Congress is back in session, and they're already setting records for just how woke a legislative body can be. The opening prayer for the 117th Congress ended in a bizarre statement of amen, a word that originates from Latin and Hebrew and dates back to early human history, meaning let it be or so be it, followed by a strange word I've never heard before, a women, in a desperate attempt to be more inclusive. Now, call me crazy, but as a woman, I'm not offended at all that a word that has nothing to do with gender just so happens to have the letters M-E-N side by side. The controversy stirred up quite a lot of discussion on social media and beyond, with influencers, celebrities, and politicians weighing in, saying that the word amen is in fact directly promoting the patriarchy. If this really was some sort of plea to make sure that all people in Congress felt included, I might have more sympathy for the cause, but I find it incredibly ironic that a prayer ending in amen and a women, therefore endorsing the binary of gender, was happening at the same time legislation was being discussed to completely ban any term related to gender whatsoever. Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi has taken it upon herself on her own personal crusade to get rid of any word that institutes some sort of gender identity. Mother, father, sister, brother, granddaughter, grandson, the list could go on and on. Instead, they're supposed to abandon the gender binary and talk about things that are more gender inclusive, things like grandparent, sibling, or parent. So I have a hard time believing that amen and a women really was supposed to be more about inclusivity of the two genders. While we're at it, we should probably identify just how many words happen to have the letters M-E-N in them and change everything to women. The next time women have menstrual cycles, maybe they're having womenstrual cycles. If you're a musician, you're not actually playing an instrument, you're playing an instrument. And if you're in school, next time you go back after classes resume, you're not in a semester, you're in a semester. This is completely absurd. None of these words have anything to do with gender whatsoever, and to suggest that they're somehow offensive to women just because they contain the letters M-E-N in them really speaks towards the left's attitude of women. We can hear words that happen to have the letters M-E-N in them without completely losing our minds. Congress, stop being so obsessed with the identity politics of gender. If you're really interested in helping American women, maybe don't focus so much on ending prayers with amen and a women or getting rid of gendered language from the rules of the House of Representatives, and send people stimulus checks for female-owned businesses during the midst of COVID-19 when they've been forced to close. Encourage more women to embrace the protection offered to them under the Second Amendment and carry a firearm. Lower taxes for females or create tax incentives for female-owned businesses to continue benefiting the economy. Let's start coming up with real solutions, not just fake virtue signaling in order to gain political points.